Hello everyone and welcome to this Monday's cryptocurrency update. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Holy smokes, Batman, we have the breakouts. Finally, we can look for our upside targets that I have had on the charts forever, and it has taken its sweet time, as you might remember for those that have been sticking around and listening to all my updates and reading the slides, that I said this market is slow as molasses and it's really biding its time. This shows patience is a virtue. This is why I continue to say losers quit, winners endure. The losers can't even handle a 2-month sideways market. It's all doom and gloom, nothing coming out of it. It won't happen. And look what we got. This is classic market behavior. This is why we have dumb money and smart money. Smart money is rich, dumb money is poor. It's really the way it is. And I want to turn that around. I want everybody to be smart and everybody to make money because you can. It's really easy. As I always say, you think it's expensive to have a subscription, try trading without one. All right, see how that goes. I'll kid you not. Somebody contacted me last week down $52,000. Yes, that's what you get when you fly blind. All right, that's what you get when we fly blind. We'll get back to that in a moment. So let's go straight to the chart. Cardano, nice continuation rally. Once we got the breakout, remember I said our Cardano must now start making higher highs to confirm the low is in and break out above the downtrend line. It broke out above the downtrend line and continued to make higher highs. If we're in this B wave bounce, which I think we are because I think we have 5 waves lower, so we should see a counter trend rally, then we know a B wave is always made up of 3 waves. Okay, so far we haven't seen a multi-month 3-wave rally. This whole decline here was, of course, many months, so the bounce should be several weeks at least also. Divided in 3, then we should see most likely a wave A to about here, the 120s, 130s, and then a drop, and then another rally. That's my preferred view. As I said, we should see a top somewhere around $2 plus or minus. But let's first focus on here. We have potential small negative divergence on the RSI 5, a little bit on the money flow, but also here very strong money flow. Often when it's this strong, you will see a dip and then continued rally. Excuse me, because everybody has bought and now we need to kind of sell, move higher on less money flowing in, etc., etc. So when less money flows in and the stock or a index or a cryptocurrency moves higher, then we know that is not a sustained rally. The rally is sustainable when money is pouring in at increasing rate. So that's excellent. So that being said, super happy about one of my members who acted upon my Cardano call, or he bought a ton and he's made $40,000 so far. He combines my analysis work that we're talking about now with my crypto trading system alerts. Okay, before that he was totally flying blind, and that's what I mean with totally flying blind. If you follow headlines, opinions, your intuition, like everything is just going down, those doom and gloom scenarios have never worked. And they will never ever work either. Okay, so what works is factual, objective analysis and combining methods. What I want is you to make money because it's a win-win. If you make money, I make money, everybody happy. That's what I want. I don't want it any other way. So please consider, my crypto trading system alerts. You'll get a daily email every day at around 4 or 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this is the short-term trading system for Bitcoin and Ethereum. It went long March 16th, and we're still holding the last quarter of each position because my system sells into strength to reduce risk. All right, and it takes a little bit quicker profits now because of the fact that these cryptos are below their 200-day moving average. And as long as they are, in every sense, even from a technical analysis perspective, you have to treat it as just a bear market rally until proven otherwise. All right, so this is a very simple, easy way to make money. Now, the January, February weren't all that easy. February into early March weren't easy. But some people quit and say, I'm not making any money. You gotta wait. You gotta be patient till you actually start making money, and then you can make something like this. And this pays for a lot of subscriptions, right? So please consider it, combine the best of both worlds. It's really what I would like for you to do to make money. It is not difficult. Again, try flying blind, see how that goes. I can show you the emails of people losing money, tens of thousands of dollars, and then I got to save them. And I do, I really do. But I don't want that to happen. And it's unnecessary. It doesn't have to happen. That said, moving on to Binance Coin, enough of the self-promotion. But again, I want you to make money. Here's Binance Coin. Fantastic. We finally have the breakout above the sideways price action we've been in for most of the year. It happens. As I said, things move sideways for quite a while. So we can update the chart. And now we have, of course, a moving up of support. So support is now, of course, at the 430 level. That's what I said. We need to break above 430, and then we can target 500. This is the blue arrow. Haven't moved it. Still going to look for 500. Prove me wrong. Can we have a false breakout? Always. But at some point, right, it's got to stick. And I like the fact that money flow is much stronger here than at any time, as you can see, during the past 2 months. Much, much stronger. MACD much stronger, full stochastic much stronger, RSI5 much stronger. Compare the current RSI5 reading with what we had before. You see, especially these two there, right? That is a whole different setup. Same with money flow. Look at where money flow is here and compare that with now. Much more money flowing in Binance Coin. That's a great sign. So the next target is 500. Baby steps. Please remember, though, we can have already completed primary 4. Okay, primary 4 means that we have a primary 5 to go, and we could be in the starting gates. So this is still a very strong possibility. I need to see, of course, a little bit more confirmation on the short-term charts, but please keep that in mind that we might have completed wave 3 and wave 4. I'll show you that real quick here. This is then wave 3 there. That is our wave 3 top. And then, of course, we had the wave 4. Why? Because we moved in 3 waves lower. So that is then wave 4, ABC. Okay. So I'm going to make those, let's just pick a color, a little bit arbitrary color, orange. This is A, and this is B, and then this is C. So we have done enough, technically. And then the previous rally was, of course, major 3. And then the previous dip was, of course, major 4. And then the rally here was, that was the top, was, of course, major 5. There we have it. And then we have declined in 3 waves, AB. It's all been ABCs, ABCs. And then the last wave C of C was 5 waves. I like it. This looks pretty good. Again, we broke above the downtrend line. We were holding the lows. As I said last week, as long as we hold those lows, we can move higher. And that we've done. So those have been fantastic potential stop loss levels. And now you can start raising your stop loss levels based on these support levels. All right, that's a simple way to go about. Support is support. We can't break below it. If we do, then we might go lower. And you don't want to get caught on the wrong side and see everything unravel. That said, again, we can have completed primary 4. Then this was a large running flat wave 4. A, B, C. Why is it running? Because wave C of 4, let me add that for you, did not go to about wave A. This is wave A, this is wave B. So it's slightly different here than what I showed you on the chart there, and that is 4, okay? It's a little bit potato. This is the problem sometimes with Elliott wave. It's a matter of interpretation. Right? How do we interpret it? But if the short-term chart says wave 4 completed, the long-term chart says wave 4 completed, that's all that matters. Now we need to see continuation to the upside. Price is back above the simple moving averages. It is back above the 10, so that's great. It is still below the 50. It's still below the 20. So that is also something we need to keep into consideration, that the trend is still a little bit, I would say, down, so to say. Not really down, but it's not yet in a full-blown bull trend like we have here. Once we get that, then we change tune and move to a buy the dip setup. For now, caution is advised, and nobody ever got poor from being cautious, right? Cautious is really, I think, the name of the game when trading all these assets, and because they're bold traders and old traders, but there are no bold old traders, or very, very few. That brings me then to Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin. We can move now the speedometer, so to say, to almost flat. We were down here all this time, and now with price breaking out above 44,300, we are now targeting 54,300. Look at the RSI 5. That is a massive spike that pretty much every single time led to higher prices. I can put vertical lines, but you can see it with your own eyes that this leads to higher prices. This is a strong rally. All right, so the breakdown is averted. The breakdown is averted. There we go. Did we maybe get a cycle 4 low here? It is possible, but my preferred view remains that we are first in a bounce. So that's one option. That's an Elliott wave option I have here, but the bottom line is here, of course, that we were in this blue box for most of the year, and we finally broke out. That was the key takeaway from this chart. This is simply a possible wave count that we can now take off this chart because we didn't get 5 waves lower. That's now off the chart. We're moving too high for this wave 4. So what do we have instead? Before I go to the Elliott wave count, please look at our traffic light. We're almost at the 200-day simple moving average. Fantastic. All right. All these breakouts have finally been holding. We've moved here above 42,000. We moved here above almost 44,000 and already at the 200-day moving average. Everything looks good. Look at the RSI 14. It's strong. Look at money flow, much better than we've seen before. So I prefer to look for higher prices. So this is then the short-term wave count. All right, the short-term wave count has cycle 3 here in November, then 3 waves lower for wave A. We should see a wave B and then a wave C. That's my preferred view. We'll see how this eventually pans out in a sense of a bigger picture. For now, I am focusing on the shorter term. There's plenty of money to be made. As I said, again, my crypto trading alerts went long, Bitcoin March 16th, and we've been cashing in fantastically. So this has been a very profitable trade. Before that, most of the time it said stay in cash, but you know what? If it saves you a lot of losses, then that is a signal worth its weight in gold. We have here wave A, we have here wave B, and now we should be in wave C of C. Last week I said it looks like 5 waves up, but it can be a C wave. All right, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looked like 5 up. We never knew that certainty if that was really all we would get or not. Then I said to know that we're going to continue higher is this breakout, and we got the breakout yesterday, and it's continuing higher already. So there we have it confirmed from a pure Elliott wave perspective. All right, and I said the February high must go and the March low must hold. Well, the February high went and the March low held. Perfect. So now we are looking ideally here to around this 55,000 level. It's a nice fib confluence, 161.8, 62% retrace, 161.8 of wave A on the major degree, and here, of course, on the red intermediate degree. So I'm looking higher to that 55,000 level for now. This is the weekly chart of Bitcoin. I've had these arrows on the map for quite a while. I was looking for a bounce, a slight drop, and then another rally. We definitely got a bigger drop than anticipated. It doesn't surprise me because B waves are always immensely tricky. But we got the general path correct. That's wave A, and this is wave B, and we should now be in this wave C again to here about 55, 62,500. We'll let this play out as it is, and we'll take it day by day. Can primary 4 have already bottomed? Yes, it can. I don't have any indication that is the case just yet. We'll get there when we get there. One of the things that keeps me away from that perspective is that this rally we had here from late January into early February looks better as 3 waves. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this also looks better as 3 waves. A, B, C. So 1, 2, 3. So still all looks a little bit too confusing, not very clean yet. I might be wrong, of course. I'm wrong to prove it right by the market. But for now, let's focus on the 55,000 level, see if we can maybe fill in a triangle. I know a lot of other people are looking at that as well, so let's remain conservative. Here is, for example, a large triangular wave 4. I've showed you this path as well, where we then go to, say at around 60,000, we drop back again, and then we get primary 5. This is, of course, pure speculation. Don't have any confirmation just yet. That won't be confirmed pretty much till we are breaking out. That's how far this has to progress in time and price before you can actually solidify this hypothesis pretty much. But let's keep a close eye on it. This is based on the notion of the equal distance in drops we had in the market here in 2021. This lasted, according to the blue box, this drop almost the same as well. The rally lasted for this long, so we might expect a similar length of rally into the summer, then a quick drop, and that's it. So this is pure speculation again, but so far it's panning out pretty well since I posted it maybe 2 weeks ago. I shared this with you, and so far it's underway. Again, this one is looking to about 60,000. The shorter term chart is looking to about 55,000. So upside, regardless, it's upside. That's what we're looking for. Will we get pullbacks along the way? Of course, we'll get pullbacks along the way. But what I like, once again, is we're having very strong money flow, very strong technical readings on the daily time frame. We're already gunning towards the 200-day moving average. So I continue to expect higher prices with a few pullbacks along the way. Ethereum, et voila, here we have a fantastic breakout. Last week I read it looks like a road, looks like 5 waves up, but it must clear this high. Sorry for the spelling mistake. Must clear this high, meaning the wave A high, and not fall below the B wave low. Because otherwise this was only a C wave, and then we had some corrective price action and would drop much lower. We didn't drop below the low, and we broke out. So again, from a trading perspective, you could have gone long and say, you know what, looks all bullish. Since it's 5 waves up, there's the breakout. You could have waited for the breakout and you'd be up nice and dandy already. All right, so that's how you can use my insights to your benefit. Look at money flow here for Ethereum, massive. I like it. Pullback can be expected pretty soon because everybody's buying Ethereum right now. So a short-term pullback wouldn't be all too surprising. So we got the breakout here from the trend line. That's great. We got the 5 waves up here on the shorter time frame. Also great. So I am going to place the A label here now. It's been confirmed, and the B here. And we've already reached these target zones, right? The green one, we are already at the lower end of the red one, and we are already inside or getting close to the B one. I've moved this one a little bit up. It was originally here. So we're getting already inside the target zones. Finally, it is taking its sweet time. I don't make the markets. I wish it would be done in a couple of hours, but that's of course not how it works. So we have now resistance at 3065, which I said had to go, turning into support. So we can move the resistance to the next higher level, and this is then support at 3065, right? 3065 is now, of course, support. Fantastic. This is what we like to see. I'm super enthusiastic about this because we want to see resistance turn into support. Okay, not the other way around, not like we had here in February where we just get the fake outs. And we're at 3385. The day is not over yet, but if we can break above it, then that is, of course, also support, and we are above it right now. So also that one has been taken out. And remember, in rallies, do not forget to cash in, right? Cash in. It's never hurts to take profits. So then we have resistance here at 3690, and then here at 3985. We're already in the green wave target zone, but again, I see no signs of a reversal. No, nothing. This still looks very good. I still like the whole bullish perspective of going higher. And yes, we can go as high as 4,000. Easy peasy, okay? That's not out of the question or out of the ordinary at all. The first resistance line is here. Trend lines are never, ever that strong, I would say, for the markets, but they might act as a magnet. And then we have the next trend line here as well. So they're always a little bit arbitrary. I would say, because you only have 2 points, so it's not necessarily something the market is super strong about, but higher prices are preferred for now, and we might see a few smaller pullbacks along the way. That's normal. Bigger picture wise, I also here was looking for a B, and a C. Here I pointed out that the B wave of wave B could become irregular, meaning that it could go below the start of this wave A. Well, it didn't. We got a little bit more nuanced path, but this was wave A, so we have that in the books. And then we have wave B here, in my humble opinion, and we should now be in wave C of B. There, that's still my preferred path, and then the last leg lower should ideally happen. If not, it doesn't happen. Then it doesn't happen, and we simply move the label of this wave 4 to this year's low so far. So I just don't have yet enough information available to make that call. We'll get there when we get there, all right? One step at a time. I can't look around 200 corners all at once. Let's have a look at Luna, Terra, breakout. So I'm looking here for 115. Okay, so this alternative option of 1212 is now preferred because we're getting this breakout. Looks good. I'm looking for 115. The breakout should hold. Same here. The traffic light trend for Luna is bullish. Once again, we're breaking out above this. What level did I look for? About 100. And then it means, based on simple symmetry, it can target 125. Well, that gets us very close here to 115. So both are looking for higher prices. I like it. Finally, we have the breakout. And then we have Polygon or Matic. Also finally breaking out. It's still in the cloud. It's not as strong as the others, but we are getting back above the moving averages, which is great. Everything is pointing higher. So also this one, I prefer to look for about, I would say, this level here, a little bit around 205, nothing out of the ordinary for that price level, because that would, as for starters, get us back to where this wedge pattern started, right? Remember the wedge. That's what we were looking for. This is the wedge pattern, and that finally got completed. And now we have the breakout. We're at the 200-day moving average and Ichimoku clouds. So we'll have to wait a few more days for the traffic light to fully go green. But again, we're looking good here. This looks solid. Solana, again, we had the breakout above the downtrend line. Then I said it needs to hold 95. It did. So 95 on a closing basis. I prefer closing prices, okay? Not so necessarily these little intraday wigs. They're not that important. Closing prices. And we're already at 105, targeting 115. And I prefer to look for around 135 plus or minus 5, somewhere around there. Then we'll see again, okay? We need a little bit more price information. So this green arrow is now underway above 95. So we can now turn all these resistance levels into support. And that's a good sign. That is bullish. Support, support, support. So support is now, of course, at 105. That's the first line of defense for the bulls. And then, of course, the very critical 95 level. Resistance 115, above that around 125, 127, and further on. So we still have, of course, plenty of work to do, so to say, from a bullish perspective, but it looks good, moving higher. I like the way the RSI 5 is setting up now compared to everything we've seen before. Same here for the MACD. Again, the money flow looks really strong, similar to what we saw here in August last year. Okay, it's very strong money flow. Yes, you will get some sort of a pullback, multi-day pullback, and then continued higher prices because that liquidity is still sloshing around in the cryptos. This is the preferred path, A, B, C, right? So that kind of fits here with A, B, C. Alternative, all of 4, but I have primary 3. This is then 4, right? Primary 3. This is either 4 or A. I prefer A. I prefer to see a primary 4 wave last a little bit longer, but so far nothing out of the ordinary. Potentially, primary 4 could be in. Don't know it just yet. Need a lot more price information, but I prefer to see the ABC path. But again, what I prefer is not necessarily the market will give us. So we'll just keep an open mind. Also here, the B wave bounce should target at around here, I would say 210 maybe. I don't have that yet here in this chart, but this is the short-term chart where I'm looking shorter term at what I expect this technical breakout to bring us. So we can already, of course, take this down arrow off the table because that one didn't materialize. Great. Thank you very much. Then we have that one off the table, and that is then 5, and that is 5, and that is C, and then this is, of course, A, or it is already all of 4. Why? Because we had 3 waves lower, and after 3 waves lower, always expect at a minimum 3 waves back up. Last but not least, Ripple is also trying to break out. It's right here at the 90 cents level, which I told you needs to be broken to the upside to target these higher levels, but it's moving higher nicely. Money flow is still a little bit pathetic, honestly. So I'm not as convinced on this one. I want to see those breakouts. We're moving higher, but it's not as convincing. So you kind of see a little bit the difference between the rally here in Ripple versus the rally that I showed you for Ethereum and Bitcoin. And that said, once again, please read about the Elliott wave in your free time. Never hurts to repeat some of it because I use it extensively in my work. And never forget my crypto trading alert service. I showed you how profitable it can be. I will update the February-March trading results later next week. I think they should be pretty good. Again, you want to do it yourself, we can develop trading systems for you. Anything else, please ask me. I can work on it. Join my hedge fund. There's many ways to make money. Always is. I'm here to help you. I want to see everybody make money. Again, I cannot know everything beforehand. Nobody knows everything beforehand. I'm no God. I'm not a market guru. I'm just trying to do my very best. So please bear with me if I sometimes don't get it always correct. That said, this is from last week here in italic. And this is what we got. Again, last week I said as long as the lows were holding from the week before that, and these support levels that I've showed, for example, $95, et cetera, for all these cryptocurrencies, we should move higher towards our upside targets that I've had on the map for what seems like ages, all right? And we finally got there. So I was already cautiously bullish, and that was the right call. Cardano, I expected 120, 130. It's already been reached. We should expect a pullback soon and then another rally, because if this is a larger B wave, we need to see at least 3 legs higher, and so far we've only had 1. Let's see, AVAX is on a breakout. It must hold support at 90 and not do another faker. Oh, I didn't show AVAX actually. Give me 1 second. Where did the chart go? There. Sorry about that. I was forgetting AVAX there. And we got the breakout. Look at it, finally, okay? So now we're targeting 110, 127.5. Looks good. We had the false breakdown, which is bullish, and now we hopefully get this breakout, and that should then be based on simple symmetry, 110, 127.5. All right, sorry about that I missed that. Let's have a look here. How are we doing on Binance Coin? Breakout should target 500 for the shorter term. Could already be in primary 5 to new all-time highs. Bitcoin breakout, finally, should target 54,000. Might go higher. This definitely took its sweet time, shows patient pace, and why losers quit and winners endure and make the money, right? We're not going to give up on this. You just have to be patient, and patience gets rewarded. Ethereum breakout should now target 3,500. It must clear 3385. I think it's working on it, actually. So that looks really good. And it's already in the bounce target zone, but the TIs are all very strong and suggest higher prices. Yeah, we're already at 34.15, so we'll give it a couple more hours, it needs to clear. Luna also looks like a good breakout, 115 plus next, potentially 125. Matic or Polygon also breakout, looks bullish. Yeah? Holy smokes, Batman, it's all breakouts. Solana already broke out from the triangle, already broke out above 95. That told me that as long as 95 was holding, as I said here, must break about 95, hold it, and then it can target 130. Well, it sure looks like it's doing it because it already went above the next resistance level, so it can turn that resistance level into support. So I'm bullish, I'm looking higher. It took all its sweet time, but you know what? Thank you so much for sticking with it. Patience gets rewarded. Let's see what we get on Wednesday. Take care, trade safe, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.